So this is a quick recap of what I did in 3.0 and what I'm going to do in 3.1. If you clicked on here by accident because you just want to know what everyone's playing in 3.1, it's EK and wanding, still wanding, still EK. Alright, so this is obviously standard, so ignore most of this. These exalts, basically this currency came from Harboring a League and Turmoil. So things like the coins and that came from Perandus and old leagues, but I spend most of my standard currency. Anyway, this was my first character, Frostblades, Dream Feather. I only had one Dream Feather. I bought this at the end of the league to see what the damage upgrade would be if getting a second Dream Feather. Yeah, it was worth it. I think it added 5k some damage in the end. The reason I didn't play this one through any higher than 81 is I had a bad sound bug that haunted me for the whole start of the league, and the hit registration wouldn't give me sound feedback, and therefore I was not enjoying the skill. It didn't feel good to play. Quick tips on this character: you must use Frostbomb. Frostbomb for single targets, Frostbomb for rares. It makes everything so much better. If you use Hatred and Herald of Ice, you do get a huge amount of extra cold damage. Grab the conversion node here and you're full cold. Didn't do Uberlab. About done with the skill tree. Really wasn't looking any further. Lack of int was a big problem, I suppose, but if I'd pathed up here or something, would all be fixed. Yeah, this is standard radar and just Frostblades as the main skill. Decoy Totem was pretty good with it. Dream Feathers were super expensive at the start of the league, which is odd because they really saw no real use. Anyway, moving on. Got sick of this character having trouble with bosses, so moved on to, yes, bog standard Inquisitor. Blade Vortex Inquisitor. Shield charging everywhere. Got to 88. Did a lot of it Zeri. That was what I did. I have an Zeri ready somewhere. Yeah, maybe I should have prepped that.
Oh my god, I fucking pinged it!
Anyway, some tips on this character. So I used a Divinarius right up until I got Doriani, so I waited for Dorianis to drop in price, which they did. You know, they fell to reasonable from super expensive extremely quick. I used the Queen's Decree Prophecy, which I bought for about 4C every time, to get a Val Pyramid, which I would then run to see if I would get more Midnights. And then after all this I was like, so it's full Ellie conversion, I'll explain that. Himsari gloves for the 50% physical converted to cold, and then physical to lightning, 50% of physical converted to lightning. So I only have cold and I only have lightning, therefore I can run Fizz Reflect maps. So anything that run Fizz Reflect on my subsequent characters, I would just do it, put it aside, do it on this one, done. But basically, after I finished, I just did a zero. Also, beachheads with my friends, I would use this. The gear is really bad. Like, I'm using this simply because it has 49% fire res, and I needed to fix my fire res. Yeah, you could do much better than this. These two. Now, this is one of the first characters where I realized that just smashing flasks was so worth it. So my outfit's pretty nice. Outlaw pack with Harbinger eyes. That looks pretty nice. Anyway, so after this I thought I want to try something different. I want to do Uber Lab. So I got champion. Following Lifting Nerd Bros guide using a champion with Ancestral War Chief using Doom Sower and a Grithgool's Pelt. So Grithgool's Pelts are extremely expensive. It's odd. I got mine for nothing. I think there was some crazy price manipulation going on and people were accidentally selling them for cheap. I accidentally got mine for cheap. So I've got a perfect forbidden taste here. It's pretty cool. And the phasing is pretty rad. And the damage you take is nothing when you've got like you know, a tree that goes through a lot of the regen nodes. Or is it that one? This one. That's about it, I guess. Blood magic. Because you can't use any spells, so use Ancestral Bond. So the War Chief Totem's the only thing that does the damage. And your Cyclone is for life gain on hit, Culling Strike, which is pretty rad. The gear is okay. I didn't press on because one, it's specifically an Uber Lab farmer, and I just got bored with the Uber Lab. I had Devotos, a Rat's Nest, and an Abyssus that I, was doing, and I never got Helm Enchant, never got one of the 40% ones. What I did get is Midnights, which I went back and run on my other champions, my other characters, sorry. And then to round it out, I did. Yes, this one. I was just mucking around with this one, which didn't finish the main quest. Tornado Shot. Really crazy. So, Thief's Torment. Every hit you get health and mana back. Got an additional arrow Nightfall, which is rad, and a Culling Strike Quill Rain, and Temp Chains on hit Embalmer Carnal Mitts, which is really cool as well. And let's just go somewhere where we can shoot something. And as long as you don't stop shooting, your health and mana doesn't go down. It's pretty cool. Pretty fun. Didn't end up finishing it all up, but that's alright. I was using poison, so Tornado Shot, and I don't have poison in here anymore, do I? No, because I'm using the poison cluster on the tree. 10%, 10% there, 10%, 10% there, and I don't know, what's my chance to poison on hit? 60%, 60% is fine, especially when you're hitting this fast. 60% every single one of them. So Wither's nerfed next patch, so that's going to be less fun. Anyway, that's how I finished up Harbinger. I was still playing all my characters, just less and less often. While I was playing it less often though, it's sad. It's because that's when I got the best drops. I got Zoph's Blood. I got vulnerability on hemophilia gloves. And both sold both for like 9x. When I know I was already done with the league. Which is a bit sad. Anyway, so then Turmoil rolled around. And I went for it. I went to get the 90 in 1 week. And much to all my friends' disgust and my wife's, I got it. It was extraordinarily difficult. I didn't actually get this axe, but I did have a belly. We'll go and pull my axe out of here. If it's there. There. And this actually is a higher damage axe than a Soul Taker. Yeah. That attack speed rolled 26%. And that flat, I don't know if that's T1 flat, but it's really nice. Yeah, nothing else to really speak of. The 10% increased here and the 37% increase there. Just under 6k. I didn't have the roomies, I got that when I came out into standard. Just using another life flask. And I just literally ran Shape Dunes. And I can't show you what I was running because this is my standard. Which is really bad and looks terrible. Atlas there. But yeah. I didn't have anything dropped to sell to other players in Turmoil. I got all this myself. I got the anvil, I got the belly of the beast, and I got that shield. I'm doing a gladiator. Didn't do my Uber lab. Because I never got all the trials, and in the end, I was like, it wasn't worth trying to do Uber Lab to get what block chance to spells. Yeah, not really worth it. Resolute techniques or the axe nodes. When you're not running Soul Taker, you don't run Arctic Armor. You need to have a Soul Taker on to run that one. Iron Reflexes, just because, you know, Belly's got a bit of evasion on it. Helmet's got a bit of evasion on it. An evasion shield. I just all went over to armor. That was it. 90 push was incredibly challenging. Now, I haven't got any details yet on running EK in 3.1. I'm just going to use either EK or Shockwave Totem, even though I've set up EK, because I just want to clear all the low maps 1 to 9 and kill the bosses without having to buy boss kills. With Sunder, even though it's a really nice skill, it seems really easy, I was buying boss kills for like tier 12 maps. Anyway, that's me done. That's all I did. Can't wait till Saturday. Can't wait to do it all again. See you then if I post another video.